what's up, you all? It's your girl Quan, and welcome back to the Popquan Podcast. What is up, you all? I am so freaking excited to be here with another freaking, well, you know what? I am so excited to be here with another freaking podcast episode, you all. I'm so excited. So, if you are tuning in, I'm so appreciative of you all for coming back. But guess what? I got some new seasoning that I wanted to add into my podcast. Yes. New seasoning. It is our year anniversary. I'm so excited. I'm super stoked because this year has been tremendous. It has just been remarkable. Like, I am so excited to share what Popquan has been doing within a year. So I released Popquan Podcast last year, July 12th to be exact. And we did numbers, baby. We did numbers. And when I say we did numbers, I was like shocked because I didn't even know people actually listen to podcasts. I was like, oh my God, people are really listening to my stuff. Da, da, da. You know, like I was being all aggy or whatever, but it is what it is. Cause I mean, I was hot, baby. I was outside with it. We inside right now. Yeah. I forgot about that. Alright, so you all, I released a podcast, super stoked. On the first episode itself, that first day, I think we reached like 100 plays. Probably, maybe. I might be hyping it up, but I know it was probably like 80 to 100 around there. Like, don't try to check me. So, episode 1, it has a total of 422 plays. And so, as we progressed, I did not want to do YouTube. Everybody knows that I did not want to do YouTube, but we're here now. I decided to go ahead and do YouTube. I was just not feeling the YouTube wave. That was not what I wanted to do. That just was not me. That's not the way I wanted to, showcase my podcast. But I was like, wait, I'm missing out on money. I'm missing money. So I progressed and started to do a YouTube roughly around like September, October, around that time I started doing YouTube. So I dropped my next episode, and that was August 12th. I dropped that next episode. It was super, super good. I got so much good feedback from it. It was LAC, Life After College. That actual episode stands at 291 plays. Yes! Yo girl was really out here doing it. I was in everybody's DM. If somebody say I was in a DM because I was showcasing, trying to display my podcast. Okay? That's why I was in those DMs. Sorry. Don't try me. So after that, in September again, I started to do YouTube. I dropped my first vlog ever. I went to New York. Yes, I went to New York. I learned about Pop Smoke while I was there. Fashion Week. It was tremendous. It was just great. I enjoyed my time being there, in New York. I rekindled a friendship, lost some friends at the same time, but I rekindled some friendships, so I was super excited about that one. I dropped my Friends episode September 19th. Right now, the episode did 258 plays. Yes, they did numbers. So after I dropped that, I dropped some in October, but I didn't like what I dropped. So what I did was I actually deleted the one that I did drop in October. I deleted that one, and yeah, I deleted that one in October, and I believe I deleted my November one as well too, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I did. I deleted 2 of them. 2 episodes I did delete. I just was not feeling them. I did not like them. They were just not what I wanted to be showcased out here for Popquan. Okay, so in November, I actually recorded a episode with my homegirl, Aaliyah, and it was dating in your 20s. So I definitely put that on there, and I was like, okay, this is something that a lot of people really were listening to, dating in your 20s, and that episode actually did 239 plays. 239. That was in November, because October I skipped, and I didn't skip it, but I released one and I just didn't like it, so I deleted it. So then December, I actually released another one, and that was the end of the year's podcast, and it was music. And I brought another special guest on, which was Tahoe. So she came on, she discussed music. It was very dope. I learned a lot of different things about music, and I just was learning. So that was in December. So when we hit January, I didn't even do an episode in January. I did not. I don't think I did one in January or February. I think I was just promoting because I was trying to rebrand everything that Popquan was doing. Get new logos, do more stuff. And in December, I actually did my first event ever where I went to an event and I had my podcast there, and I did like another YouTube video as well too for that one. So I was doing more YouTube. Just because I wasn't dropping podcasts, I was still dropping YouTube videos. So don't try me. I was kind of getting into the phase where I didn't know if I really wanted to do YouTube. Like, I just didn't know. Like, I kept second guessing myself. And saying that I was second guessing myself, I was listening to outside, comments. Sometimes listen to it, but at the same time, you have to be comfortable. And I was not comfortable with YouTube at all. I just wanted my life to be private. I wanted people to hear my voice. I didn't want people to know what I looked like. But at the end of the day, if you want to be successful, you got to put yourself out there. You have to. And I had to come to that realization. That's what I'm going to have to do. And so I did it. So I wasn't doing podcasting. I was actually doing more YouTubing. So I was trying to build my fan base. And I built a fan base of 100 followers, like 114 followers as today. I have right now, subscribers. I have on YouTube as of now. I have 114 subscribers on my YouTube page. And I've been trying to be very consistent with that. I drop every month. That's just something that, I be busy throughout the month, or I be becoming lazy. I gotta just record content. But that's just something that I'm getting used to, if that makes sense. Hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster, I'm a social media influencer. So I'm learning. So yeah, I did that. I was going back and forth. So I started rebranding in February. I got all that together. And I started rebranding, getting my shirts together, because I knew I was about to start dropping shirts again, because I kept saying shirts are coming. And that was in September. We're in February now. Like, where are the shirts at, Quan? And I did not know people really wanted my shirts. My shirts were at an extreme high demand, and I just realized that. But that's coming up. So February, I did not drop anything. I was prepping. Like, February and January, I did not drop anything. I was not doing anything. I was just mainly focusing on my career path of what I was doing within my personal life. So I didn't want to mix those two up. So I started, I had to focus on my career path in February, and as well as rebranding Popquan. So I wasn't dropping anything, and I did drop YouTube videos. I did drop the YouTube videos, but I was just mainly focusing on my personal life and trying to get in my career field. So I was filling out job applications, and baby, they were calling your girl. So saying that they were calling me, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get this job, and I'm gonna still do my stuff. And that happened. So we sped up into March. So in February, I got a flyer made, and I realized that I wanted to do a week long of podcasts, because I wanted to see exactly how, how my listeners, were they excited to see a week-long podcast, or, I wanted to see, really how my numbers were going to do on my podcast. So, in March, I think it was March 15th. Hold on, y'all. It was, March 14th through the 21st, I think that was it. Yeah, I dropped a flyer, and basically it was a week long of podcasting. Nothing but new podcasts, every content that I want to put out, all that good stuff. So I dropped that, and saying that I dropped that actual flyer, I started getting everybody was so excited. I'm like, what? Y'all miss me? We missed your episodes, we missed your podcast, we downloaded it, all this different stuff. So I was just like, yeah, okay, y'all really did miss me. We gonna see. These numbers are going to tell me what I need to know. That's how I feel. You feel me? Yeah, we here. Okay. Alright, whatever. So I was just like, all right, cool. So when I actually dropped the first episode, I noticed like the first episode told me everything I need to know. I dropped it with my homeboy Zoe. And Zoe, his chemistry was like immediately, it was crazy. Like I felt it. I loved it. Like I loved his energy. Then I added another guest, my homegirl Jalen. Then I added my homegirl Mercedes, Corey. The list kept getting longer. Twizzy. I was just, vamping out of my shell of adding people on, and I was, trying to help them promote their business, and they were Black-owned businesses. So I was so excited about that, and I'm looking at the numbers, but the numbers were not adding up. So I'm looking like, dang, like, my episode with Zoe, it was doing okay, but it wasn't doing what it usually does. So I'm looking like, dang, like, ooh, my podcast, like, it took me not doing them me not releasing anything in January and February, that took a toll on my podcast. It took an extreme toll on my podcast because my numbers were not supposed to be doing, like, they were declining. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. So if anyone going to sit here and say, like, oh, your podcast is booming, it's this and that, at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and my numbers were looking very bad. And I'm just like, for me to have a podcast, it's about to be a year. I need to do more. I need to build more content. I need to do more. I got to be more consistent. So I was like, oh no, my podcast is my baby. So we finna go hard for this. So I dropped them episodes, and they did okay. And no lie, like, Twizzy's actually did an amazing job. Like, his episode did, like, super, like, it did very, very well. So that was in March, and then so April, I didn't drop anything in April as well too. I didn't drop nothing in April. I was tripping again. April, I started to sell t-shirts again. And then I started to sell t-shirts again. I was just like, it's cool. Like, I can sell t-shirts. People gonna still listen to Popquan. But again, my numbers were decreasing and I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just so wrapped up into, like, trying to get t-shirts out. Because it's only just me. So I was just like, I can't focus so much on everything. But I was still dropping YouTube. So I wanted to be more consistent with YouTube. So I did a week of YouTube where I dropped, I did every Sunday of April, I dropped a video on YouTube. So my YouTube started doing good. So I was like, okay, YouTube is doing good. We're not gonna worry about podcasts right now. And that's where I messed up at, because I'm like, I can do both of them. I can do YouTube and my podcast, but I wasn't thinking like that. I was just trying to do just one thing at a time. I was moving real slow. I was being dumb. Damn. I was dumb as hell. Excuse my language. The beginning of April, I started selling t-shirts. We're in June. I have roughly sold probably, like, I think I have sold 102 shirts. I told 102 shirts I have sold off of Popquan. Shout out to everyone who has a Popquan t-shirt. You are definitely the GOAT. So I sold those t-shirts, and that was throughout April and May. But May, I did drop an actual episode, and I did it an actual episode. I'm sorry to tell y'all, if you don't know, if you don't follow me, during that month, during March, I did lose one of my good friends, and she passed away. So I did a episode on mental health, and I discussed mental health and how it was so freaking important. Everyone does not pay attention to mental health, so that was so hard for me. And as you know, a lot of people don't know, I struggle with some issues that I have personally going on in my life. It's very hard, but I did discuss, my issues that I'm having. And if you do want to know, you can check out my actual episode. I don't want to get too much deep into that one because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I definitely did drop that episode. It did well as well too. So I was getting back to the usual numbers that I was getting before. So that was May. So June, I'm still selling t-shirts. I'm doing real good, but I decided in June that I wanted to walk away from my job. I walked away in June from my job, my 9-to-5 job. I was there for a year and probably 5 months. About to go on 2 years, probably, almost. And I walked away from it because I wanted to be a full-time entrepreneur, and something like a lot of things were not adding up. And saying that a lot of things were not adding up, I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And so I left and I became a full-time entrepreneur. I left June 19th. That was my last, Juneteenth was my last day at my job. And right after that, I had an event. So that Juneteenth party I went to, and I had to do an event basically to showcase what Popquan was. That was my second event that I actually did. My second. And I showed some shirts, and you know, I had my little popcorn on my table. I didn't have like, you know, my actual pop, like my stand and everything that I had going on there. I didn't do anything like that. But I definitely will start having this, out here for people, giving people the options to do this if this is what they want to do. Like if you want to have an interview with me, I'm definitely gonna start having that out there, because I learned, because people were like, what is Popquan, like what are you selling, like what is it? And me being me, I'm just like, girl, it's a podcast. Like, and a lot of people are not so hipped on podcasts. Some people are hipped on YouTube, but I had a lot of new technology at my table, and a lot of people were coming. I sold a lot of shirts within that day, like within that week. I think I made my money. Like, I was making bank, baby. And so, saying that I was making bank, I started to venture off some more. And I got in touch with a girl, and she did me a mock-up of me some new t-shirts. And I created 3 new t-shirts. Thought they were super dope. I was like, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Yes. So she created me some new t-shirts, and I came up with like a little slogan kind of deal, you know, don't compare yourself to other, your time to pop is coming. Popquan. Period, boo. Period. So that happened. So right now we're in July, which is our anniversary month. Woo. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. And so it is our anniversary. And in regards to that, I definitely plan on actually having, you know, to release new t-shirts and stuff like that. And when I release these new t-shirts, I'm gonna be super excited. I'm just gonna say it like that. I plan on releasing these new t-shirts and, you know, getting them together, but I've been having a hard time with trying to find vendors and people who can do it at a certain price, because somebody, like, they'll try to get over on you or try to charge you extra for this, and they're not even doing this. So, you know what, I've decided that I'm going to buy me my own heat press, and I'm going to create my own t-shirts. So I've been learning how to do t-shirts myself for my brand, because people are not going to respect your brand how you respect your brand, and that's just that on that. I mean, I just want to be a jack of all trades. At this time, I get it. Like, I had a middleman. I was the middleman with my t-shirts and trying to tell you what I need my shirts to be done and this, and I'm not getting them at this time, and the turnaround rate is so long. I'm trying to do pre-orders, and I'm trying to do all this other stuff, and I created me my own website, so I'm straight. Like, t-shirts are coming. Business is about to boom. Like, we're coming. And Saturday, when I walked away from my job, I actually got me a nice internship doing something that I wanted to do. Like, I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell y'all more about that. But in regards of Popquan, within a year, we have been doing amazing. And it's only going to get bigger and better. And right now, we're sitting at a total of 5,000 plays. Yes, I said it. 5,000 plays. I have 5,000 plays on my podcast. Man, you can't tell me anything no more. I just appreciate everyone who supports my brand, everyone who cares about Popquan. You bought anything. If you have listened, actually came to the release party, the picnic anniversary party, everything, every single thing. You have done that for me. I appreciate you all. Bought my shirts. Just pass out my business card. Shouting me out on IG. I really do appreciate y'all for supporting me. So I just want to let y'all know, if y'all have any questions, any concerns, or if y'all want to be a guest on my podcast, hit me up. All you have to do is email me at popquan@gmail.com. That's all you got to do. Email me a topic you want to do, and we can get on to it. Like, we can go ahead and do what we got to do, baby. Yes. So thank you all for tuning in to the Popquan Podcast, and I will see you on the next episode.